Hey guys, now this is gonna be fun. Say hello to everybody. Hopefully my sound is okay because my headphones went kaput, so we shall see how that goes. Hopefully I have sound. If you can hear me, just put a one in chat, please. Um, hey Hemi, hey Steph, Cherokee girl, Betty. Yeah, good to see everybody. Raleigh. Who, did I miss anybody? Brianna, good to see you, sweetheart. So, good, good. I'm glad because I'm like, yeah, I have a headset that I've had for like 5 years finally, took a nosedive. But I wanted to come on tonight. I know I usually go at 4, but I was like, let's go in the evening today. Um, had a lot going on during the day. And let's see. Got so many October birthdays around the streets. I wanted to wish everybody a happy birthday. Mine's actually Monday, which is, what, Thanksgiving for all my Canadian bacons, all my Canadian friends. Hey, what up, my Miss Kitty? Good to see you, Miss Kitty. Hmm. Well, we'll have to have a celebration every month, won't we? We'll just have to acknowledge birthdays every month. And mine's the 14th, which is Monday, right? And that's also Columbus Day for us, and it's you in Canada's Thanksgiving. So, you know, yay. Ran into a lot of people that have birthdays this month recently, and I'm like, yay, another October baby. Love seeing them October babies. December's good too, right? I love seeing all your faces. I'm gonna get a closer look at her avatar. Let's see. Oh, I love it. I have a couple pictures like that where like I have a hoodie on, you know? Thing is, when I put a hoodie on, it's like I look like I'm like in my 20s and I'm like, no. Uh, I have fought too hard to come to this age. That's right. Tanya is the amazing retro kitten. That would be my beautiful Miss Kitty. Now all we need is a Marshall Dillon. Is Barb here? Barb, my spirit animal. I love me. I love me my Barb. Barb cracks me up. I love her personality. I love most people's personalities. Um, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to teach. My son's going to come on panel, um, but he's trying to figure out how to do it through his laptop. Through his laptop. I shouldn't say, "Oh, my son," like he's a little dude or something, because he's 25 years old. He's a grown ass adult. He's a grown man. But you know what? He's got my sense of humor. Except for he's smarter than I am. I hate to say that. That boy is way smarter than I am. He's a brainiac. He knows so many odd things, but he's so fun. It cracks me up. How tall is he? He is 6'3", I think. He's 6'3", I think. It's just my little baby. He's 6'3" and probably go 280. You know, like easy, easy 280. He takes after my side of the family. Because my dad was 6'6", and I shouldn't say that because my husband's uncles are all in like the 6'3", 6'5", 6'6", you know. Yeah, and old parts betweeners. Yeah, Cherokee girl. I love you. Your sense of humor always cracks me up. Gorgeous. Hopefully, he can figure out how to get on here. I'm just telling him, my boaz, like, just get on your phone and do it. That's what I do when I guest on a panel. I panel up on a phone. I do, I mean, I'll run it through the laptop when I'm running the stream, but every time I hear Saskatchewan, I'm thinking of, like, I don't know, some type of sauce. Uh, let's see. I am so happy you're all here. You know, you can all relax. You know, hopefully he comes on soon, figures his way out. I'll have to drop the link for him again because, well, he's a boy. Well, I'm happy you're here too, Betty. Try Saskatchewan, or wait, Saskatoon. That's it, Saskatoon. I have a friend that I've been friends with for, oh, good gravy. I want to say almost 20 years. I met through like Yahoo chats and stuff that I became friends with. We were like um, wrestling, wrestling fanatics, and we became friends. Yeah, I still email once in a while. I was mad I missed your spooky stream on Nephilim. That was so well. It was interesting till him he started talking about petrified trees. They weren't so scary. Those trees were not scary. But he's fascinated by the trees, aren't you, Hammy? I'm trying to help the boy. Okay. Yeah, I ain't nothing but a fossil. Girl, just 'cause you retired, you're not a fossil, my love. Oh my goodness. I do love Betty's little wink there. It's so cute. Ooh, ooh. It's a wolf. Oh, it's like, is that a dog, man? Ooh, those are scary. Dogmen are scary. I've done lives about the history of dogmen. Mm, they've been around forever. Oh yeah, the Nephilim talks. We got into like how it's in biblical writing and other classical writings, accounts of them all across the board. It was pretty fun, even though I have this like really monotone face that nobody likes, or so I've been told. I'm boring and nobody likes me. I'm like, oh, okay, no biggie, no biggie to me. I like who I like. I might have to send him the link again because, yeah, right, Betty, you gotta just go where you like to go, hang with who you like to hang. If you're in, oh yeah, Cherokee girl. Yeah, I'm really into Halloween. I'm not so crazy about all the pumpkin spice stuff, you know? Maybe pumpkin bread. What, baby? Oh, Freddie. Frederick von Bismarck, come here. Come here, Frederick. That's not you. Who is it? Is it Princess? Is Princess meowing? You're feeling irate. Oh, it happens. It takes so much patience and stuff. And then they'll have to declare it's a national institution. There you go. I am so glad. What was her name again? Was it Champ? Was your new baby's name Champ? I hope I'm right. Uh, institutionalize us. Bring back the institutions. They have those great big gardens. Have you heard of Jerome, Arizona? They mixed human ashes into concrete for sidewalks. They say the most haunted town in the USA. You know what? They say that about every town in the USA and every spot in the USA. Like, how I covered the Valeska Axe murder house, right? They say that's the most haunted house in the United States. And then they turn around and call the Conjuring house the most haunted house in the United States. Um, uh, the what is it? Amityville House. Oh, um, the Sally House. Everything's the most haunted. Um, and I've been in a lot. I mean, I've been in a lot of buildings with these claims. Yeah, it's zombies that you have to worry about, right? But I have not heard of Jerome, Arizona. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Do do do. Bustin' makes me feel good. I can't imagine taking her back and saying she won't potty. She can't live here. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it just takes some work. That's all. She'll eventually catch on. Tell you the hardest time for me was with dogs was in the winter because I had two weenies and it was like I would have to clear like a path and would have to make a spot on my lawn that was like totally devoid of snow, so they wouldn't get snow on their feet in order for them to go. They were, yeah. We'll see this year because it'll be the first year that Sebastian is gonna be without his brother because they were litter mates and yeah, short hair. Barb, they were short hair. Um, Wesley passed away 4th of July, and his brother, I still have his brother. Yeah, I know. My dogs they have human names. Or they, Wesley Snips, and then Sebastian Bach. Yeah, I know. We name dogs after musicians. No, for the most part. Oh, you can't give a kid back over that. You want to bet? Kid comes in. Yeah, I, kids do more damage sometimes than pets do because my grandson, he's now 7. He did this when he was 5. He went to the bathroom. He went into the main bathroom and he pooped on the floor. Like, and I have a really big bathroom. It's like um 10 by, I would say 10 by 10, maybe 10 by 8. Good sized bathroom, right? And right in the middle of the floor. And my flooring, mind you, was white. He just dropped a deuce, pulled up his pants, and left. Yeah. I was like, you might want to house train your kid. Oh, really, Betty? I like that. Always named after a Greek gods. That's neat. I just want a Greek god, says Cherokee Girl, right now. Let's see. Where? Right? Don't we all? Right? We all want an Adonis. Oh, here we go. Part-time devil man. Let me see. Hey, can you hear me? Uh,
Okay, I'm not even sure if it's. I
it's
can't hear anything.
you
I
can't.
messed up on something somewhere.
Okay, just back out and try it again because I hear you.
What? Oh my god damn it!
Part-time
What
devil
do
man.
I?
Let me see if there's anything on my end that I can help him with.
Oh, oh.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Did that? Yeah. Did that do anything? Yeah. No.
I can
I
hear
had like
you.
good. I had like a caveman moment there for a second. I had like an auxiliary microphone that I plugged into the phone, and I was like, oh, this must work. Not thinking that was only audio. So I had
Right?
my like wireless earbuds in. I'm like, why can't I hear anything? And I was like, oh wait, the mic's not even working as a mic, so that's gonna be nope, that's gone.
Oh my gosh. That's okay. I can hear you now.
I had everything set up on the PC. It was like, all right, I got the microphone hooked up on anything. I was like, oh, I'm not even sure if it can be reached on a. I'm not even sure if you can do it on a computer. So I was like, that's why I messaged you like right before we started. It's like, oh god.
Well, at least we can hear each other.
Yeah, right.
hmm Because you know that headphone I had, the gaming set,
Yeah,
it finally died. You know,
I
it
would have.
didn't let me.
I would have used mine, but it's only like It's only USB. Like it doesn't have like a connection for.
The
I lost my
phone.
other earbud. There it is. I was like, where did my other earbud go?
Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to hook my earbuds up
Yeah,
because I was like, oh, wonderful,
yeah.
wonderful.
Amazing, in fact.
Have you ever been to Crestone, Colorado? Has at least seven different religions, including Hinduism, Tibetan Buddhism, Catholicism, Christianity, and more. No, I haven't. I have not.
I heard about it. It's supposed to be
You
like
have?
one of the like a big like religious capital and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. A
It's
lot
like
of freedom.
a lot of freedom.
Yep.
Really? The,
Yeah, the
the
home of the brave, land of the free. Come on.
not for long, right?
Yeah, you're telling me.
Not for long, man. Not for long. It won't be. It'll be the homo. Well, yeah. Let's see how the election turns out, right?
As long as we still have our KFC Taco Bell combo, we are still in America. I'm telling you that right now. The American dream is having a Mountain Dew Baja Blast and eating a bucket of chicken. Come on now.
Or dipping your chicken into the Baja
Oh,
Blast.
oh, don't get me started. Don't even at me. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
I know you will. I've seen you do crazier.
I've seen somebody drink like the gravy, like the little cups of gravy, like they just pop in the microwave and just drink it right up. I go, and I
Was
said,
the guy
"Mother."
diabetic?
Well, it was me, so I mean, I saw myself in the mirror and was like, I need to reevaluate everything.
Of course, Dave's going to say that because I'm not too far from Colorado, really. I mean,
Yeah,
what we have one state between us and Colorado, really.
yeah. I'm not even sure Colorado's a state. I think it's like a state of mind. You know what I mean? Like it's like Nirvana. You know what I mean? It's like a enlightenment. 'Cause everybody talks about it like it's like Valhalla. You know, it's like yeah, no, I went to Colorado and I got all my answers there, and it's like, wow, that's really interesting.
I get all my
So when
answers in the form of a
yeah,
dispensary and gummies, right?
yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. It's fucking
By all
yeah,
means, don't eat the whole gummy, man.
yeah. I got my answers from a guy named Steve behind a Costco. Yeah, he seemed to know what he was talking about.
Yup, right? As he was sleeping behind the dumpster.
He had his life all put together, dude. He was a real shaman, as it were. And then the cops came and took him away because they didn't want us commoners know the answers to his the life's questions and such.
Oh, right. It's kind of like the upper echelons of society and the 2%ers don't want us to know all of their secrets. And they gotta hide it. That's why they. That's
Yeah.
why they're gonna That's why they're gonna Epstein Diddy.
Oh yeah. I was, of course, all my conversations lean into like stupid stuff just randomly. So like we were talking about Epstein, not in depth, of course, but I was like, do you think that like that island is up for sale and is someone going to buy it? Because you don't want to be the guy with the property tax of Epstein's Island, right? You don't want to be the guy who owns Epstein's Island now. But what
No.
if you were?
Oh my
What
God.
if what if someone purchases it? What if they just sell the island for like $2? So you're not, but you still just named Epstein's Island. Like you can't change the name or anything. There's no rebranding it. This
Oh
was
no.
this was an island where kids were diddled, maybe, but yes, they were.
Allegedly.
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 This
Oh
isn't,
my god.
this isn't a Michael Jackson thing where it was a maybe. This was a definitely.
Oh my gosh. Gummies in Mexico send you straight into the fetal position. They don't regulate them. We have max 5 milligrams in Mexico, can be as high as 150. Holy cow.
They fill it up with horse tranquilizers. Holy shit.
That is like, oh my god, that would put you right night night.
I sure hope you packed your bags, kids, because you're going on a trip.
I know that I got a hold of some gummies one time, and it was your dad gave them to me and said, "Oh, this will help you with your pain, right?" And he got them from somebody else, right, who had made a recent trip to Denver at the time, right?
Right.
It's been years ago. And he said, "Well, if your back gets to bothering you, you know, you know, take a little of, this, right?" Well, I took 2 gummies, thinking, they look like little gummy bears. I took two of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Oh man, freaking went night night. And he
I
goes,
knew
"You
you.
ate two of them?" He goes, "You ate two of them?" He goes, "You do realize they're not real candy, right?"
He ran over and he go, "What year is it? Do you know your own name? What?
How many how many fingers am I
Shook
holding
you?"
up?
Oh no, I would have fucked with you so bad. I would have ran over and
Oh,
just been like, "Turn the TV on. Doesn't matter
oh
what
my,
channel. Turn the TV on. They hit the Pentagon. They hit the fucking Pentagon."
you would. You would,
I
but
think
hey,
I did that to you. What was it, like a year ago? I called you guys and was like, or no, I called you specifically because I knew Dad wouldn't fall for it.
oh
I
yeah,
go,
you
dude,
called me and
dude,
told me
dude.
New York City blew up.
It was something like that. It was like, dude, there's a second 9/11. Turn on the TV. Turn on the TV right now.
New York is off the map. New York is off the map,
I,
and I'm
I, I
like,
said the entire eastern seaboard has been destroyed. Like an almost impossible thing not to hear directly. You know what I mean? If the entire eastern seaboard was just wiped off the map like by a nuke or some powerful weapon, right? I think everybody would know before I called you. You know what I mean?
I know,
It's
but it
like,
was like you go, see, you never watch the news. You never watch the news, Mom. I don't.
God, you didn't keep up the tape, dude. Dude, Ukraine sent a bunch of missiles over. It's like, why would Ukraine give a shit about the United States at this point?
They ain't got that capacity. And
Yeah,
you're like, turn it on. And there was nothing on, and I'm like, what the heck? And you're
yeah.
like,
There was like a panda. There was like a advertisement for it, not an advertisement, like a news article of the San Diego panda not doing it with another panda, which I hate. I hate that so much. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna be. I might be. Hot take real quick, but I have no emotional investment in panda fucking.
oh my God.
I understand propagating the species. Yes, that's all fine. Endangered species. Yeah, let's keep it on. If the pandas want to have sex, they'll have sex. If they don't, they'll watch the prices right instead. Come on, like
And they don't
it.
want to sit there. Who,
Oh yeah, who wants to do it
somebody
when
be
so?
like, yeah, they got all these voyeurs. Where'd you go? I can't hear you.
Oh, I was walking around my room. I'm sorry. I thought it was connected to my actual thing.
Well, now you are. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
actively holding my phone now.
the little camera shy I would be if I were a panda and they were filming me. I'd be like, no, not right now, Ralph. No.
I I also found like a weird. Actually, I'm gonna sit down. Maybe walking is what's bothering me. I think what the another thing I think I learned about that again. I say I don't have any emotional involvement in it, but somehow I know these facts about it. You know what I mean? It
Right.
they show pandas like panda porn.
Oh, God.
Apparently, I think it's in China. I think it's in China. Like the Beijing Zoo does it mostly, but it's like apparently that's a thing. So they're like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. All right, my bad.
Oh boy. At least they didn't receive directions like the IKEA furniture where it's the put tab B and slot A.
Slaughter, yeah. Yeah. You
Oh
think
my
a
God.
panda that grew up in the San Diego Zoo is going to know Swedish? Didn't think so. I think I figured that out. I think I cracked the case, Scooby.
No kidding, right?
There was
Uh,
the
what?
no. I was
You
just I
said
was
you.
think I had something in my brain. I can't remember what it was. It was like because we were talking about zoos. Did you? Okay, so I think were we talking about zoos the other day? I might have been talking to somebody else about this. The
No, you were talking about Paradise Lost and Dante's Inferno the other day.
oh yeah, God, every time I visit you, yeah, the good
Fall
books.
down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I fell down the stairs in the hell itself, and I was like, what the fuck? What is this? A lot of Greek inspirations in that story, but I would have to be talking to somebody else about the zoo stuff. Did you know the Beijing Zoo is one of the
Uh-huh.
first zoos in the world where you
Uh-huh.
can see amazing sights like a dog? That's true. That the first animal they had in the zoo was just a dog. Okay, and then later on, I think it was like in the 80s or 90s, they had a chimp. I might have to look this up real quick. Get up and go to my laptop, but I can't remember the chimp's name. But they had like a chimpanzee or a monkey, something like that. I know chimps aren't monkeys, but whatever. You say monkey, you think of a chimp, right? Um, and its special ability is that it smoked. Like it was a smoking chimp. And that's amazing to me. That it would that the zookeepers provided a monkey with like Pall Mall Red 100s and shit. And literally they'd be like, "You feel trapped, buddy? Join the club. Here, have a smoke." This chip was so good at smoking that even did like the whole light a ciggy with another cigarette. So let me see if I can find more. I just found that really interesting. Azalea, yeah, that was it. It was in North Korea.
Man,
Uh,
you watch some of the strangest stuff.
oh no, she's still alive. This was back in 2016. Why did I think it was the 80s? What am I stupid? Well, don't answer that. You know the answer.
Well, you did
God, I
eat a
wish I
lot
could
of
share.
chapsticks. You did eat
I
a
am.
lot
I
of
am.
chapsticks and glue sticks. You did.
That is true. It was on ABC News. Oh, that's gonna look
Everybody
weird first.
here.
It's gonna look weird. There's a smoking chimp on that screen right there. Oh, there's a dog. There's that dog. Never mind. I'm moving on. Right.
What up?
It's just a dog. Never mind. I'm bored now. It's just a dog. It's the one dog they didn't catch.
The one dog they didn't catch, and that's the whole
The
zoo.
screen.
No.
That's the one too. They have an elephant. It's like that's a tapir. That's a tapir with a burst effect. I know what an elephant is.
Oh, did you watch what was that? Uh
Dumbo, yeah, of course. Watch it all the time. Just to keep it refreshed in my mind. And those heavily racist crows and such.
oh my God, did you know
Do you remember those
Japan
guys?
did you look at that? Did you know Japan has solved their sewage problem? 14 years ago, they started making artificial meat from human feces. I think I'll pass.
I don't know. Did you?
I'll pass.
They also, yeah. Also, yeah, I did see that. But also, did you see like in 2020 they banned like girls from having ponytails in high school because it sexually excites men apparently, and
What? Oh my
that was their idea to stop train molesters and shit
oh
and
my
stop
God.
like actual sexual assaults. Like, well, stop being so hot. You ever think about that? It's
Oh
your
my
fault.
God.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what backwards logic is? I mean,
No kidding. Oh my gosh. Some of the crazy laws. I did a live on that one time.
They come up with like the weirdest laws, and also culturally, it's not that weird, right? Like, 'cause it's like this is a different culture than mine, right? But
Hmm.
they also come up with like genius ideas that I would never have thought of. Like
Right?
they figured out the bullet train thing. You know, like how do we make this train go even first faster? Hey, let's use magnets. I was like, I would never look. I'm not a smart man, but you tell me that this metal magnet rock basically can be
Really?
electrically charged,
I'm
and
not
then
a smart man.
I may be a Neanderthal level of intelligence, but
Really? I'm not a smart man.
yeah, no, I don't. Also, I don't think. I think
Therefore, you are.
yes. Yeah, my brain shut off there. I was trying to think of a not like a way to like dive into that.
I think
Like,
what
there's a lot
was
of no. It's like the prejudice of how like fucking like Asian people are smart, right? That's like a big thing. But I think that's because cultural, and I don't want to step on any toes here, right?
yeah.
It's like America has like the whole No Child Left Behind grant thing, where it's like there's not a
Yeah.
lot of pressure for you to succeed, right?
Well, that was a Laura Bush implement back in
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the 90s. Yeah. Like No Child Left Behind.
Let's put a pin on like the first lady's assignments for a second. Let's ignore my almost blatant racism and go over to like go to like the first ladies for a second. Do you remember what Reagan's wife had to do?
Oh, that
I
was a
think it
war
was.
on drugs. Just say
Do
no
you,
to drugs.
yeah, but I'm trying to remember. It was one of them. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm such
Hey,
an
Mark,
idiot.
what's up? Hey,
I
Mark,
was
what's up? Go on.
I was talking to
So
some, but it was
Nancy
like
Reagan's plat- Nancy Reagan's platform was uh, just say no to drugs.
was it Kennedy? One of them was like just go to rehab. Like
That
that was
would
their
be
entire
Betty Ford. That would be Betty
Betty
Ford.
Ford. That was it. That was it. It's like you're just get sober, dude. This is,
Put the bear down there,
make your make
folks.
yourself make yourself a public embarrassment and then get sober. Which,
I don't.
first of all, I'd ace that. I'd ace that so hard.
I do not remember what Jackie Kennedy's thing was. Maybe it was wearing fancy clothes because everybody wanted to dress like her.
Was she the funny looking one?
The funny looking one with the pillbox.
We were talking about Jackie Kennedy like a year ago. I can't remember what she did. I think it was brought up in the. Yeah, I wanted to look up Jackie Chan. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh no, Jackie Kennedy. Apparently, people looked her up recently.
Oh my
Jacqueline.
goodness. Bouvier Kennedy.
Am I stupid?
do
Okay.
you want me to
You like to
answer
say
that?
ASMR? You like to say ASMR right now? The basically what you said. As far as I know, she was just sitting there and looking pretty.
Yeah. Yep. Wearing her Coco Chanel
Yeah.
dresses and
Oh,
Christian
that's not a
Dior.
good photo. She's like sided looking at the camera. There's like blood splattered on her fucking dress. That's not an okay sight.
Nope.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
Like, could you
No.
imagine?
Nope.
Campaign. Oh yeah, she was. Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay.
Betty Ford was known for the Betty Ford Clinic, getting
Yep.
sober. Let's see. I don't really remember what
She,
Rosalind Kennedy or Rosalind Carter was. Humanitarian efforts, maybe. Um, but I don't remember because I was so little.
she
And
was.
she was asked
So
before.
Kennedy apparently was arts. Like she just wanted to like
Oh, the
finger paint, I
arts.
guess.
Oh, like hanging out with Andy Warhol kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
her
Basically, she was. Yeah. She was.
Patron
a
of the arts.
promoter of like National Endowment of the Arts and National Endowment of Humanities. So very much like class and making sure everybody is
Oh
almost
yes.
separated. And I was like, no, that's not the right word for that, gang. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Included. You know what I
I
mean? Like
remember
it's
that.
everybody has
I remember
accessibility
Billy
to like
Bear.
arts and culture.
I remember that Billy Carter, Jimmy Carter's brother. Just open up a can of Billy Bear.
Oh yeah. Open up a can of Bill Bear. Kind of sounds like the sugar, not Sugar Smacks. What was the bear? Sugar Crisps? The cereal.
Sugar. Oh, Sugar Crisp that your dad
It's a
called the
sugar.
bear cereal.
Yeah. Sugar
Bear
Crisp. Sugar
cereal.
Crisp. Hey,
Sugar
Granny.
Smacks.
Yeah, Sugar Smacks was the frog that lost his
Yeah.
kids. Did you know about that? They thought the
Oh
kids
no.
were annoying. So apparently, they had like commercials where they had like his three kids, and people found it annoying, so they complained. And so they, in future things, they just removed the kids completely.
They got rid of the
So there's,
tadpoles.
yeah, no, they were just like grown ass frogs. I didn't understand it either, like froglets. But but that's why there's that Family Guy joke where it's just like the doctor's going like, "I'm sorry, we couldn't save your boys. What do we do about the graves?" And he goes, "Dig them,
Right.
dig them."
Dig 'em. Dig 'em.
Granny, I
All I
love the
know
sugar.
is
I love Sugar Bear.
I remember like watching the Smurfs and stuff as a kid, and these commercials would come on for all those cereals, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Lucky Charm cereal was always there with the leprechaun, which was creepy. Um, he came
Lucky
up
the
with some.
Leprechaun was creepy.
Yeah, he was. Hey, Kelly, he was creepy. And then it was the Honeycomb Hideout for Honeycomb cereal. And it's like you could get a secret decoder ring and you could be part of the Honeycomb Hideout. Honeycomb's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, Kellogg's, hell yeah. Hello, Kellogg's. Yay.
What's up, Kelly? Good to see you, gal. Hey, Mark. Oh, Mark. I hope you're good too, sweetheart. We're just chilling out, celebrating October birthdays, and talking about fun stuff, fun, fun, fun. Whatever
I just,
we want to talk about.
I just walked out into my living room so I can go get a soda through the kitchen. And one of the cats jumped on the couch next to me to get a pet, and I scared the shit out of me. Because it's all dark out there. I fucking pissed myself.
I thought I potty trained you.
Not good enough.
Obviously, I
Dude, I'm laying in bed all day, dude. I have to wear adult diapers. It's like the best, dude.
I remember Tang. Wasn't it like they had commercials with the astronauts and they drink Tang. The astronauts drink
Oh
Tang.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like a wasn't it like made
It was
for
all
it was like
yeah,
made
made
during that time for like astronauts and
NASA.
shit. Because it
Yeah,
actually has a lot of like vitamins in it too.
yeah, that and Ovaltine. More Ovaltine,
Yeah.
please.
No, no, I'd rather not. I'm good. I think I definitely
I was
talked to you
getting
about like they try to yeah, yeah, it has all the 1960s Tang commercials and stuff. No,
yeah,
the okay, this was a thing. You remember when they try to advertise like paste, like astronaut paste for like food
yes,
supplements and stuff like that? So
yeah.
they try to do it again, and everybody was like, I'm not eating paste." I'm like, but can you imagine the world where we get recreational astronaut paste or something like that? Like there's a whole store
Like
like a
the
instead of a
taste.
McDonald's, there is one. Like, of course, we'll still have McDonald's because that's never going away.
The
And
paste
yeah, it's like
store.
the
How you like the taste of paste,
the taste of paste. Yo, we might have a marketing thing right there.
right?
The but like think about it's like hey man, I'm gonna go grab. It's like hey, I'm gonna get some McDonald's. You want anything? No, I just filled up on paste, man. I really
Right?
appreciate it though.
Yeah, right. It's like I just ate a whole tube of paste and a whole.
Yeah, it'd be like it looked like the size of like a toothpaste container,
Mhm.
and it's like a mat, and it was like built to fill you up. Like it was like
Oh
basically
yes.
like rice. And I was like, dude, if it tastes like I was like, what if that happened? But it's like you would like they have like a pizza flavor one. It just tastes like the inside of a combo. I mean, I would still do it. I might.
Candy cigarettes, anybody? Oh, only the ones with the pink end because
Yo, yeah, no, you got to get the classy stuff. You can't
I
like the
gotta.
bubblegum tip.
Oh, you remember that, right? Us getting those bubblegum cigars when your sisters were born. And you were, oh, here you go. Here's a bubblegum cigar.
No, I got
Yay!
I got some of those recently. They came in like a pack of like different candies that people's like it was like a nostalgia pack of candies or something. Like they re-released like original recipe stuff. They had like Wonka bars and shit in it, and that was like a 3 pack of those candy cigarettes.
I remember getting those, and they were like Chesterfield ones and little Lucky Strike ones, and you know that was the good old days when they just sent a 7-year-old up to the damn gas station to get your parents' cigarettes, and then you can I get a pack of candy cigarettes too?
They're like, no, leave.
Bubblegum
I ain't
cigars.
I ain't starting the habit with you kids.
Do you remember that though? It's like we got them and we got pink ones, and you're like, I would have liked it better if I had a brother.
Yeah, like you're getting me a cigarette that say like, hey, join the party, dude. We're sad too.
You're like a bubblegum cigar to celebrate the birth of another sister, please.
We
You girl making machine mom.
what was okay? We were talking about advertisements, right? We are talking about like food advertisements.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm trying to retrack. I had something in my brain and I lost it. Uh, Tang, paste. No, I'm not going to get back until way later. It's like I have no
Right.
idea. It's what I hate. I hate when that happens.
ADHD brain
Yeah.
flew away. Oh my gosh. See? But you could always have your paste with the side of tang.
Yeah, I think it was combos. I love combos. That just
Oh,
made
the
me think
ones
about
with the
combos.
little
Yeah,
pretzels. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the pretzels with the filling. They have the pizza flavor ones. Those are the best.
Hmm.
Objectively, the cheese ones are bad. It's just pretzels with cheese whip in it or whatever it's called.
The cano cheese,
Cano cheese.
canned
Yeah,
cheese.
that's what I would imagine. That's actually what I imagine astronaut paste would taste like. Because I had an
Canned cheese.
MRE. They had like a pizza flavored MRE that I tried it and it wasn't that. It's exactly what you think it would be.
I know that when your uncle came back from boot camp, he came back with some of them, and so did uh, Jill. And it was like they had like a box of MREs, and like try this one, and I'm like, just add water. And I'm like, oh, the beef stroganoff's not too bad, but
You're
some of
like,
the other ones were nasty.
and you're like, why did they give you a pocket of air? And he looked at it and he goes, oh, that's MRE water. Just add water. That's instant water right there.
Just
And he
add
told you it was
water.
the instant water. Just add water. And you use the rest of your bottled water in the desert on it and just sit there looking at it, waiting for water to just appear. Oh, we got some. We got some water. We did it.
Really, Mark? Kids would buy cigarettes from a machine at Burger King. Huh? You know, I remember when they had those cigarette machines. The last
Oh
place
yeah.
where you'd
Sorry.
walk in and you could get, yeah, you could get them in like store, other places. And bars had the
Yeah.
cigarette machine, and they stopped those. And then like the last cigarette machine I saw was probably 20 years ago in a strip joint, And don't ask why I
Yeah.
was in a
That
strip joint.
checks out. We don't. Yeah. Yeah. That's.
We don't talk about
You're,
criminals.
you are. You are a grown ass woman. Yeah. Why wouldn't you be in a strip joint?
Yeah, but I mean, come on, 20 years ago you were 5.
Yeah.
Mom, what were you
20
doing?
years ago, I'm not walking to a strip joint.
Yeah, right. Well, at least I didn't have to worry about you going and getting a pack of cigarettes at the strip joint.
That's true. That's true. No, that's the only reason I go. I went to a strip joint is I walked in and said, "Hey, do you guys?" I know this is gonna sound funny. Do you guys have Swisher Sweets? The Casey's that I usually go to doesn't, and nobody else has them. Like I'm looking for the grape flavored. No,
Yeah, and I'm
no, I will
5.
not stay. I will not support. Yeah, I'm 5 years old right now. No, I
Hey,
will not.
TC.
I will not see these harlots' bare breasts. Good day, sir.
Oh, good to see you, Tinksy. Love you, sweetheart.
I saw like a. Let's see. I'm sorry. I okay. I just lost it again. It wasn't. It wasn't the same thing, but it was definitely something. I was walking up to Casey's. I want to say like a couple days ago, like when I got paid, so I can get like so I can pull some money out for everybody, and then get like something to drink, right? Get like a soda from Casey's, right?
Yeah.
Or the gas station or whatever convenience store. And this old
Nice,
man
buddy.
stopped me. And this is one of those nice old guys who just likes to talk, right? He doesn't have anything better to do, so he wants like the social engagement, which is cool. So I stood there and talked to him, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go up to I'm gonna go up there and get my get my stuff done. And he goes, okay, just wait a minute. He gave me a golf ball, and I was like, oh yeah. And I go, okay, what's this? And he brought a jar of it looked to be of an herbal remedy of sorts. Like it looked like it could have been the marijuana. Like I could send you a picture of what he gave me because he put some of it in like this fucking orange medicine thing from Walgreens, and it's like it. Hold on, I'm gonna do a face cam real quick. This is gonna be amazing.
I'm getting scared, man.
It's one of these things. It's grass seed and dirt because it's like yeah, it helps with friction on golf courses or something like that. And I was like,
Somebody told you?
oh yes, and I was like, neat, my friend. And it doesn't smell like weed. Otherwise, look, first of all, if it was weed, I'd find something else to do with it, right?
Maybe it's oregano.
That's oregano. Damn it! I should have put that on my salmon earlier. Just dumped it on.
Night, Betty.
But it was
Oh
like
my goodness.
they yeah, no, but I'm like, dude, if I get and you know how busy that intersection is and how many like police officers are in that area because they'll just stop people randomly to just check up on them and shit like that, right? There's a lot of drug activity in this area,
Well, up
especially
there, yeah.
yeah, especially up there. And so I was like, if I'm stopping, and I like to have conversations with officers of the law and stuff like that. So I think I was like, I need to bring this home real quick. I'm sure there's gonna be a slight misunderstanding because of how like drugs are handled up here. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go home and drop it off. And I
Oh
was
my
like, but I was
God.
like, I was just thinking about this the other day, or like yesterday, and I was like, because someone asked me what I would do if I ended up doing that, and I got stopped. I was like, I'd probably just show it to him and said, "This is dirt and grass seed. I swear to God." and
I have
hope
no idea what
and
it is.
hope. I have no idea what it was. He goes, let's figure it out together. Well, let's
Like,
do it.
right? Oh, I got to tell you a story. You're gonna.
No, I'm logging
So
off.
last,
I'm sleepy.
so last night, right?
Right.
Sebastian, you know how Sebastian gets when somebody approaches the house, and he just would not stop barking. And I had the
Right.
door wide open. I had the door wide open as usual, and I walk up to see what he was barking at, and come face to face with the police officer on the porch.
He said,
And
sorry, ma'am. It was raining. I was cold. I needed somewhere to stay, man. Thank you. God
he
bless
goes,
you.
he goes, can I talk to you for a minute out here? And I'm like, okay. And he starts questioning me about your sister's friend. You know, G Money, her friend G,
Oh, which sister?
Char.
Oh, yeah. I think so. I'm not really
Anyway, her friend,
her
G.
weirdo friend. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she moved out of town a year and a half ago. She lives like 50 miles away. And her dad was out here, and an officer was out here. I guess she ran away from home, and they swear she was here. And I'm like, no,
Why?
why would she be here? And then he looks in and he sees your sister sitting there, the blonde sister,
A weirdo?
Nugget.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weirdo, the one you call a weirdo. No, your favorite sister, Nugget. Anyway, he sees her and he goes, "Who's that?" And then Char goes, "That is my little sister." Like, she looks nothing like Gabby, like G Money. I'm like, anyway, it was just weird. Like, well, you better tell me the truth and come clean. And
You
I'm
better
like,
tell me the
what?
truth. I
And he
can
goes,
get her
well,
birth certificate. We just recently grabbed that. Like
yeah,
we can
yeah,
do that.
right,
I could, if you want to stay inside for a second in this dirty ass house and have a lemonade, I guess. Yeah, go right ahead, man. We're only wasting your time, sir.
well, I
But God
told him, I
bless
was
you.
like, I told him, hey, whatever, dude. I was polite and
Yeah,
cooperative. And he goes, well, if you know something or you have her in there, you he goes, it's best if you just come clean because we're pretty sure
yeah,
she's here. And I'm like, well, let me just
yeah.
tell you, yeah, go for it because she's not here. And then your sister comes out and shows him her phone and everything, and she's like, the last communication she ever had from that girl was 5 weeks ago. Like,
Yeah, so it's like, why the hell would she be here?
right? It was weird. It was just weird.
No,
Oh, Mark says
that
Nugget's guilty of something.
always, dude. There's something about it. It's
No,
I.
Nugget. Joke. Nobody thinks you're guilty of anything, sweetheart.
Dude,
Oh,
I think it's guilty of something.
I want the body
Oh,
cam
what?
footage, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I want the innocent until I'm sorry, guilty and to proven innocent. Come on, man.
That was just the weirdest thing. And then, I mean, after talking to him for like
And
half
how
an
he
hour,
didn't even knock either. He was just sitting on their porch, like standing. Like, what's up with that? Like, was he going to ask for backup or wait for a warrant or something? Like, what do you mean? Like,
well, it's
what is the procedure there?
right. I was like, what's go? Like, I'm like, what? Okay, this is really weird. And then when they went to leave and everything, because we were real cooperative, and I'm like, well, I mean, if I hear from her, I'll call.
Yeah, do you have like
Um,
a cell I can message or something? Or like,
so I mean,
do I call the department on the non-emergency line and be like,
that's
"Hey, can
what
you
I was
tell
saying,
Officer Barr Brady that I saw this girl walking down the street?"
right? And I was like, and she's like, hey, Nap, she's like, lives an hour away, and she has a boyfriend in that town. I think I'd be checking the boyfriend out first, right?
No, they went to the boyfriend's house and he said, "Nuh-uh. I don't know even know what you're talking about. You can't come in though. Don't. You can't come in. Don't, and also don't go into the woods behind my house. That's what I. that's my property, and I have final say. And the officer was like, well, he does have final say. I can't do anything about that.
right? It was weird. I was like, and then they went, you know how it's a cul-de-sac, right? They went down and they parked in front of, um, like, Tommy across the street,
Yeah, yeah,
next to, yeah. Anyway, they parked in front of his place with their headlights and they just parked there for like 10, 15 minutes. The
yeah, because
officer
they're
came
waiting.
up, while
Because
she
they're
was there,
waiting for you to really you're gonna like run out. You know what I mean? Like they're waiting for you to release this poor girl. You psycho!
right? Right?
Like,
I'm like, oh
you're
my
gonna get the fuck
gosh.
out of my house right now. I go in jail for you. Like no.
Right.
And guess
I was
what?
like,
No one left the house.
yeah, right? Because like I'm gonna go through what I did with your sister and deal with, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
right? And
Yeah,
then
I'm
I
not gonna
was like,
harbor. I'm not gonna
harbor
harbor a
somebody.
fucking harbor an evil man or evil person. I had to deal with Dom for most of his life. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah,
That
right,
kid gave me some weird Jeffrey Dahmer energy.
right.
Also,
It's
what do you want? You want to see my new Netflix show, Dom and Dahmer? I think
oh
it's going
my
to go
God.
really good.
You know what it is? It's because you used to pick out those Jeffrey Dahmer glasses and think you were awesome. And I'm like, no.
Not even that. I just like the aesthetic. Not even the aesthetic. I just thought these were good. I was like, these are fine. I can see through these. Like I wasn't really.
You
I don't
weren't a
know.
fashion icon.
No, like there's some like neutral. I like neutral colors and stuff like that. There was always like the ones with like the race cars on the side. And I was like, what is this? Are you sure this is for like a 16-year-old? What is this? But I think the only like I like the glasses without the bottoms on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the front bottoms with the wire or whatever. I like that.
Mhm. No, no, they went down. The dad went down and parked in it, and he had his girlfriend with her, and she's like, I know that she's in there. And I'm like, this girl hasn't been to my house in a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Like, why would she suddenly be here now when she's like, she would have to walk a whole, like 50 miles to get here? Anyway,
Yeah, right.
I'm
She didn't
sitting there,
take a fucking taxi. What do you like? What do you?
right? I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm gonna go pick her up, right? Anyway, so they're parked down the street and the cop comes behind him and he talks to him. You can hear them talking. And anyway, he basically made them leave.
Yeah,
He's like,
it's
you
like
can't,
because that's one that's loitering and stalking. You that's like that's a no. That's an invasion of privacy technically. Also,
mhm,
yeah, no, it's also a private it's a private park too.
that, and
And he was
we told them, I mean, we were very, we showed our phones, we showed all. We have never not heard from this person, and we're like, we haven't heard from this girl.
yeah
Um, like seriously, but you're so sure. And the thing is, she has a mom. Why aren't you checking with mom? Why aren't you checking with the boyfriend? You know? Don't
because
even
one
check with.
side is right, and that's the only part we're going to listen to save us time. That's how that works.
Well, and my thought was when I went through when we went through what we did with your older sister, right? They weren't very helpful then, were they? You know,
Oh
they kept
yeah,
telling,
no,
they told us we had to look for her on our own. This guy was saying, well, she's a missing person and all this, and she's on the database, so you better, come clean. I'm like, seriously? I mean, I'm no. Mm-mm. I'm certainly not going to harbor a runaway.
yeah, no.
No, 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 no.
You're like I already
Unless
have a fucking
house
two
full of kids
weirdo
who,
older sister or older one. I got a son that skins cats. Really going to come after me like this? You think I'm going to harbor any more fugitives? You kidding me right now? That's not true. I've never skinned a cat. That feels so bad.
no, you wouldn't.
I
You
might
would.
be extremely fashionable in human skin, but I would not look good in cat skin. I'm telling you.
Oh, you're going all Edward Gein on us?
Yeah.
Future Ed Gein? Just so you know, I'm Ed Gein's mom. That's creepy enough for October, ain't it? Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's like I already got a house full of teenagers. Like I'm gonna let another one be here.
We have barely enough. You guys have barely enough room for like
The two
who you
girls
have
I
living
have,
there. Yeah, and
right?
it's like
Like
where is
okay,
she gonna where's she gonna sleep? Like for real
Char.
though. With Char, does Char have enough
God.
room on her bed? Does she still have a bed?
Yes. She's got makeup all over it, but
That's what I'm saying. Does she still have a bed, or is it covered by like just generic knickknacks?
no, she's got all sorts of makeup bags on it and hair
Okay,
products on it. There we go.
so generic knickknacks. I gotcha. All right. Miscellaneous
Right?
cosmetics.
Oh my gosh. Cosmetics up the wing wang of the word harbor. Yeah, like I'm gonna harbor somebody else. Dude, when you got teenagers at
I am,
home, you don't want another one there.
yeah, yeah. You immediately he opened the door like, "Sir, I am protected under my constitutional rights of search and seizure. You cannot enter my home." Then you would immediately be a suspect. Oh, that's like immediate. Like, okay, what's up?
Nope.
What's
I waved
hello,
at the
officer?
door. I was like, well, the first thing I said is if I had somebody in here that wasn't supposed to be here, do you think I'd have my door wide open all the time?
Oh, you had the door
Oh,
right open because you're a weirdo. Yeah, no, that checks out. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's why he was standing there. Nah, I
Boy,
was like,
he
why didn't he
just
knock on
popped
the
up.
why did he knock on the door? I was like, oh right, you had the door
Well,
wide open.
he was just approaching the doorway as I looked out. Like I walked around the corner, looked out,
How
and was
long?
like, oh,
How long ago is this? You said it was like a month ago.
no, this was last night, about 8 or 9.
This was last night.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All
It was
right.
way after you left. It was way after you left.
Well, yeah, it would have been 8 or 9. I was probably in
Yeah,
bed by then.
oh, poor little baby could go bed by 8 or 9.
Yeah, no, I was eepy. I could barely even keep my eyes open. I slept until like 1 o'clock tonight today, and I was like, nah, this gonna be a while before I go to sleep.
Oh, I was like, what the heck? No, I was just like, seriously, it's like, yeah, like I'm gonna have somebody else's kid around. Nope, I barely
I,
tolerate
I,
my own. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say I could barely stand these shitlings. You think I'm gonna have someone else in here?
Or I should have said, hey, well, he's missing a daughter. Does he want one of my spares? No, I'm just
Yeah, you
kidding.
want which one you want? You want the goofy looking one or the goofy looking one? Take your
I'm
pick.
not.
Pick your poison.
I'm not telling your little sisters you said that.
Good.
Uh-oh. Nugget said he said, which one you want, the goofy looking one or the other goofy looking one? Here, she said that's funny coming from you when you have a melon the size of Mars.
She doesn't realize that I grew out of my like big head, right? So that just tells me that she's listening to your stories about how I had like a watermelon head, and is basically just using that as an insult. So I take nothing for that.
He said he grew out of having a big melon. He thinks it's my stories that I nope.
No, okay. Because I remember distinctly that mom used to call me melonhead all the time. That was a big thing.
Oh yes, I called you a melon head.
Yeah, and you were the only one that said it. And I doubt
Oh my
Danny
god.
has the creativity to come up with that.
You need therapy now.
No, no.
My poor boy, the melon head.
I was just talking to somebody, like legitimately just talking to somebody like an hour before, because they got in an argument with somebody. Like it wasn't David, it was someone else. Um, They got into like a. It was like just a weird argument. I told him like a lot of the times people get stuck in like their own beliefs and stuff like that, and they feel so like emotionally attached to that, right?
Yeah.
That that and because everybody's way of thinking is different. Like I'm not going to completely agree with what you say, right? But that doesn't mean
Right.
you're wrong. I go the
Well,
mature way to think about this is instead of being because a lot of people get cemented in their own beliefs, and it's like and if you're using logic, that makes sense, right? And it's like I'm using this logic, but everybody perceives logic in a different way. So
yes.
instead of being like this person does not agree with me, and if I can't convert them to thinking with me, he's the villain or they're the villain, right? They're the bad guys. They're wrong, and that's usually how we
Well,
separated it. But instead, I was like, look, how I like to do it is someone doesn't agree with me. I'm like, okay, help me see where you're coming from here. Like,
right.
uh, we can figure like find a common ground. And it was like a stupid thing. It was like it
Well,
was something about
you would sit there and say this all the time. You'd say, "You're right. I'm just slightly less right."
yes, yeah. Because it's like it hurts my pride. It really does because it's like I'm wrong about something. How dare you? No, it's like
Right.
it was something like they got in an argument about like anime or Pokemon or something like that, and there's like a
Magic
definitive
the
answer.
Gathering.
You know what I mean? It was like but it's like it doesn't serve a conductive like purpose. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like you get so caught up in your opinion that your feelings feel hurt. Fun family fugitives. Yeah, that's my podcast name. That's I'm gonna write that down real quick.
uh, Fun Family and Fugitives, or would it be Family
Family
and
fugitives. Yeah,
Family or
fun with
Fugitive Family Fun? Your podcast, Fugitive Family Fun. Oh, he's probably really writing it down, Mark. I'm just saying.
where family and fun come to life. The fugitive fun hour.
Right? Good gravy. Can't believe I burned your big old melon head. No.
I had a nearly ripped you in half. The I don't know. I'm looking through my desk drawer right now, and I there's a bunch of shit I didn't realize I had in here. I have a pencil. I have like 8 cases of lead. This is how much do I not dig in this?
I don't know. You're a collector of fine art, I guess.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. It's like what the there's a
What's this?
chain. What would I use a chain?
You know what? It's your drawer, not mine.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. You still got you still got totes of stuff in the shed.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I thought I grabbed all those,
Tennis
but
court.
because Char was asking about the Xbox controllers and such.
Hmm.
She might want to dig through those totes in the shed and like my totes because I definitely probably have some controllers in there somewhere.
Right? Look, Mark, we know you found out that he was here, and you're like, oh boy, he's going to talk about Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards and
Oh,
Pokemon
yeah,
Go.
that
Oh my gosh.
like that's what I was talking about. Just like yeah, no, oh God, what the papers? What is this? Oh no, that's not important. That's just lawsuits and stuff. I can ignore that. That's I can just ignore the lawsuits and such. That's fine.
non-disclosure acts that you have in your drawer,
Yeah,
right? But,
yeah.
you came
I
prepared
already
tonight.
paid dude. I already paid the families to keep silent. They know what to do.
And I made them sign an NDA.
I did. Shockingly enough, isn't that fucked that you can just sign someone's life away like that?
You
But
know what's so
does that really make me the villain for doing it? I was trying to keep myself and my family safe.
well? The thing is, they don't hold up in court. No. Oh my gosh, they're finding that out with the P Diddy stuff. None of it holds up in court.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's their movement. Like as much as I love the idea and fun of having just a bunch of random people decide your fate. You know what I mean? Like I like the
Right?
idea. Yeah, I like the idea of having like a court, but I don't like the idea that like a bunch of random people. And I get why that happens, right? You can't just have like a bunch of my friends tell me, "Yeah, no, he's innocent. We saw it. We can vouch." I think
Right?
I think if it was just like a judge, like a council of like five judges or something, and those are the people that have to deliberate on this, like just looking at facts and stuff, I think OJ would have been behind bars a lot sooner. You know what I mean? like, like just logically. Or what was the one we were talking about? The one that was clearly guilty, but they used like they used the emotions to get the jury to like side with her.
Oh yeah, that was the oh yeah, that was
Casey Anthony, that was it.
Casey Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It was like if you look up like all the stuff of it, it's like this demon was clearly because she spent like half of her case lying to the police, like straight up lying to them and
Where did you
contradicting them.
oh
I
she
worked at
worked there.
Universal, and it's like she also was never a stunt coordinator with us at Universal. She was like not a custodian, a concession stand worker or something like that.
Or like a receptionist or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's more of
She
it.
worked and she worked here for 2 weeks. I mean, that was it.
And then like her parents were like with her 100%, and then she said her dad molested her, and then like he stopped backing her because it's like no shit. She was acting like he was a bad guy because she didn't go along with him or with her fucking story. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, no, no. It was one of those cases where it's like the more I read of it, and it's like I if I'm reading something like that, I have to finish it. I have to see how like it ends. I was
Right?
progressively getting more angry at it. I was like, why? And then like now she's like, I'm thinking about having another kid. I'm like, are you now?
Oh,
Or she had probably had it by now, but it's like
yeah.
you and it's like when your daughter went missing, all you did was party, right? That's all you went. You went out drinking with your friends. Your boyfriend didn't know where your kid was at. The grandparents didn't know where your kid was at. And then like 2 weeks later, like, oh, I left her with a babysitter that never existed.
Oh, yeah. And I went to the babysitter's apartment and she didn't answer the door.
And it's like they go to the apartment supposedly, and it was like a condemned, like it was closed for like 3 years at the time. Like there was like cobwebs everywhere, and they were about to go into demolition or whatever it was. It was like this is clearly not. Why would you even take your kid here? And then the boyfriend says, "We never took like I didn't know there was a babysitter. Like whenever she needed someone to watch her, I was the one watching her or whatever." So it's like,
Or the parents. Yeah.
yeah, or the grandparent, yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Have you ever heard like the audio stuff with the phone call? Like it's so fucking
Years ago.
it was heartbreaking, and also it gets you angry because it's like the grandmother calling the police, right? And then it's like she's super distraught and crying, And then she's like, "Well, get the mother on the phone." It's like, "You're right. Let me go get her on the phone." And like she comes on the phone and she sounds like me talking. She's like, "Hello," like she's slightly annoyed that not everything's about her. And I was like, and I'm like, I try to love everybody, but you took a life away just so you can be a selfish piece of shit, basically. And I can't really condone that.
No, I think it's like people that have like narcissism like that
Yeah,
bad, that it's like they think their children are like extensions of themselves. So, you could just dispose of them.
like they're not even people. They're just property. You know what I mean? Like they're not
Like
even like they're like pets.
inconvenient.
Yes. Well, I mean, all kids are inconvenient. Let's be honest here, but
Whatever. You
except for
guys
me,
were
because I'm the best. So yeah,
you kids weren't inconvenient. You my
yeah. No.
precious little babies.
I don't think like that bothers me a lot because that's like I think about it's like what I would if I would bring life into the world, and I was like I could not. Like I'm a very patient person, but I can't be there to support this thing. You know what I mean? Like I can't be like a good role model for my like because
You're still
I'm
you're still
so immature. I
25.
can yeah.
I mean,
When I'm
you're
taking where
very.
I, when I'm t- and then when I'm 40 and I'm taking care of my half blind autistic child Epiphany, I'm gonna look down and go, maybe I should have well, did this earlier. I mean, I'm not whatever. I already dug my own hole here. Well, I don't know what future names are. They're also a boy and they identify as a houseplant. So I mean,
Oh my gosh.
have you ever
Um,
watched Love on the Spectrum?
no, I'm
I
sure
mean,
it's a great hit for you.
yeah. No, I was on it, so that's why I was asking. Did you not see the fifth episode? But
No.
they pair like there was a guy with oh my god, I'm stuttering here because I'm actually cracking up. I'm sorry. And I'm not. Look, man, I'm not like I don't want to be like seem like I'm mean to any people on the spectrum. I'm on the spectrum myself.
Yeah.
I have mental retardation. The
No, you don't.
I have whatever Forrest Gump has. The they had somebody who had Down syndrome, like clearly like swollen
Uh-huh.
head Down syndrome, right? And he was like talking like that. And the girl they picked for him, and it had to been like the studio or something, picked out somebody who just had like Tourette's basically.
Uh-huh.
So they basically said this is almost exactly the same level of
Spectrum.
special needs as this person, right? So to compare,
Uh-huh.
like the girl who didn't was super quiet, liked arts and crafts, just had a bit of a tick. It wasn't like super Tourette's, but just had a bit of like a twitch.
Yeah.
Versus severely Down syndrome potato man,
God.
and he would not let her have an inch of conversation. So I think literally what they said was like he likes talking, she doesn't. They'll be perfect for each other. There's also like they'll do things like they have like a little like they'll have like a little segment on like to tell you about these kids, and they'll be like, Sarah has autism, and she struggles blowing the petals off of dandelions, and it'll be her just going like struggling while this like upbeat like dun 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 music is happening. It's like
Wait a minute.
how
Wait a
is
minute.
this?
Sounds like she has lung problems.
Yeah. She also loves Peter Pan peanut butter, even though she's allergic to peanuts. And it cuts to her just like, dying on the ground. There's also that
Oh my
kid,
God.
which is like every single person that might have autism in 16 when they're 16. because I've definitely talked to a lot of these people like over like chats and VR chat or games and stuff like that. Where they're like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
no, I'm very. He's like, this is Jared. He is very into World War II history, and you know exactly what side they're picking before. And
No.
they gave these kids like a vacation to like India, right? So it's like after they said the fact of he likes World War II facts, very trivia and such. They cut to like the symbol, the swastika symbol, like the Hinduism one, and then pan down. So I'm like,
Oh my
they
god.
knew what they were doing. But it's like everybody wanted to like whenever you hear like a teenager talk about World War II, they always talk about how the Nazis were awesome. It's like, can we slow down a bit? Can we talk about the winning side for once? Can we talk about Russia? But it's like it's always like, wow, the Nazis were so cool. They were so developed in technology. I'm like, I feel like America still got to be because we were still like history wise, right? It's like people were like, if we didn't join the fight, and the whole world would be speaking Kraut right now. I don't think the whole world would be. I think it was just you guys. I think it's just a Europe because we were stockpiling and developing weapons before we entered the war. So it would be like, okay, we're coming up to you next, and the United States would be like, no, no, you're not. You are not. Sorry, gang. Try again.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
you lose. Good day, sir.
My god.
At least that's what I
Well,
believe, but
well,
it's like I
well,
could be
well,
completely wrong.
well, it's weird because they euthanized people. I mean, come on. Like,
Well, you also know like the Russian history behind that too, right? With Russia and Ukraine before World War II,
what?
where they were
Okay,
basically
so Ukraine was part of Poland and part of Russia.
yeah
Yeah, but go on.
no, yeah. So the Ukraine providence was a thing in like 1930 before everything, right? The
Hmm.
idea is that the Ukrainians were already a thing, an established thing, but Russia made it its own. Like, hold on, I gotta make sure I get this right. But the thing was, it was Stalin, and they were basically doing the same thing, like the concentration camps and the forced labor camps and stuff like that in Siberia. The idea is that they were starving Ukraine, like taking their resources for food and stuff like that. So they're starving like so many people. And there's like now documentation. Oh, there's been documentation out since like the 70s and 80s, right? You know,
Hmm.
Reagan about like, yeah, no, they were,
All right, good to see you, sweetheart. Go on.
yeah, it was like, the idea is that they were for, like, they had like population polls and stuff like that about stuff. And it's like they were taking all the food and resources and it's severely punishing people for like stockholding food and stuff. So the idea was that they were forcefully starving people and putting them in camps and such. And so when they tried to leave, also when they tried to leave the country, you needed a special like uh, a special fucking not trespass passport. And if it's like if it's you read Ukrainian on it, you were like, no, you can't come in, and you would be shot. Essentially, they would also they're still doing this today because there's actual like drone footage of it now of them doing the same thing they were doing back then, where they were going in and kidnapping Ukrainian children and like converting them to like Russian government systems and such. And it's like the same shit that's been going on for years. It's now finally becoming the light because of how like I want to say secretive, but how like inclusive and Russia's been for the last like 50 years or whatever. It was like when I was reading on it, it was just like that. I thought it was like Project MK Ultra shit. Like it was just like government mumbo jumbo. You know what I mean?
MK Ultra. You could go all
We got to
Adam
put a
Cole.
chemical. We got to make the aliens get psychic powers and shit. Let's go, boys.
Let's go make some more frogs gay.
I'm tired of putting. Yeah, yeah. He was a.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Your
Yeah, yeah.
sister's brother.
Ukraine became its own independent province in 1917 after the Russian Revolution.
Yeah, well, you know what? And then Russia had to go and steal all their potatoes for all their vodka.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah, I think what it
They're
showed was like
haters to you.
there was more food stockpile that just went rotten. It was like there was the amount of food compared to people was that people could have definitely had like a healthy way of eating. It was just Stalin basically wanted to wipe these people off the map essentially,
You're always
and
going to
it's
see populations. You're always going to see different
yeah,
dictators and
yeah,
people come up and rise to power that want to crush others, right?
yeah.
And you see that mass starvation, genocide, all sorts of things. It just
But I think what it was is like people calculated the amount of like people who died during this, and it was like greater than the Holocaust would have been. And I was like, that I think you're stretching there. I still think the Holocaust was a bad thing, and I
mhm,
think that should be on the footnote. I mean, I'm sorry. I think the Russian stuff should be on a footnote compared to what
mhm.
Hitler did, right? You know what I mean? It's like everybody's acting like, dude, Stalin was the real villain of World War II, and I'm like, no, no. I mean, he was one of them.
I think you said 1917, no, Hemi, with the Ukraine
Yeah,
thing.
I can look. I had the wiki up, or I had the wiki up.
Either way, but I was going to say pre-World War II, it was
Yeah,
part of Poland. It was part of Poland.
it bordered Poland. It was not. It was its own individual thing.
Yeah, but it took over. I mean, when the
It
division happened afterwards, all sorts of land
no, not
masses
Jacqueline
moved.
Kennedy. Fuck that bitch. I don't want to look up Jacqueline Kennedy. What the hell?
Whoa. Hold up there.
Okay, hold on.
You don't want to see her pillbox hats because they were the bomb diggity.
During during the Middle Ages, the Ukraine was a site of early Slavic expansion. Come, don't scroll down on me. It was separated into Poland, the Polish Commonwealth, the Austrian Empire, and the Ottoman Empire during World War One.
Mm.
And in oh yeah, sorry, yeah, Ukraine is at the very end there. So it was separated into four different nations.
Well, a lot of those like countries got
I
taken
no, I might be
off.
stupid. Hold on, I can't. Hold on. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You're right. Continue.
Where do you think I got the name for the cat, Frederick von Bismarck? Wasn't there a Frederick von Bismarck then?
I'm pretty sure there might have been in Bismarck.
I think during World War II, remember the
No, I wasn't there like you were.
oh, really? Oh my God!
You mean Frederick von Fitzgerald McFasser Barrington? You mean that guy?
Yeah, there we go. I don't know.
You don't know? Da, 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 da,
You know
da,
what?
da, da, da.
Here's the thing. It has been over
There's
35
Bismarck
years.
Hamburg and Bismarck Zenk. One of them is an actor, so that's not right. Another
No,
one's in company law, so that's not right. Hamburg.
all I know is
It's in
Bismarcks were
Germany.
delicious.
He was a German leader.
Sure. Well, I'm telling you, Bismarcks were delicious. That's what.
That's all I'm
Listen,
saying. Isn't it weird that a German scientist made the Totino's party pizza, but nobody brings up that when they're talking about the Holocaust? Like, what the fuck,
Hey,
guys?
well, did they get him when they got Project
No, he
What's
escaped. He escaped Argentina. We never saw him again, and
oh,
he developed Totinos.
oh, and he went. Okay. He was one of the rat line people. They escaped through the rat line.
Just because we're talking about Germans doesn't mean he starts speaking Deutsch to me. All right, I'm a God fearing American. You don't start yelling shit like that at me, okay? I get like Vietnam flashbacks when you do that.
Hemi, Hemi, you and I are gonna have it out. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
he's like he's like Russia won the war. Won WW2.
They did 100%.
There you go.
Like so
Have
that's the
that
one
fun.
thing I keep on mentioning to people again in the like the chat stuff is like they're like, yeah, America won the war. Why? It's like, no, no. Sorry, guys. You remember when Germany made the worst mistake they could have towards the end of the war, invading Russia in the middle of winter? Isn't that? It wasn't a smart
Right?
idea. That was pretty smart, right?
Right? Mm. And what happened to most of their tanks? Mm.
Froze. They got locked up because they froze in the cold because they didn't have like they don't have like the heating
Right.
systems like modern tanks or the tungsten tanks like the Russians have now.
Right.
Also, a lot of their like drive motors were external, like they were on the inside or the bottom of the tank, only protected by like a thin sheet of metal.
And then you think about the oil or whatever would it just freeze up.
That's true. Yeah, they didn't have a good old leaded fuel like we did yet. Good old America. Oh yeah, and
America.
and like motors and stuff weren't like super like common either. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have the knowledge we didn't have like antifreeze yet. We didn't develop that. I think that was like a Ford invention, like a couple years later. From I might have to. I'm not going to get up and look that up, but I feel like that would also be like a component
Right?
because like it's only been like 30 years since the first engine. Not the first engine. I mean like first combustion engine because they had the steam engine since like it was like 1880 or whatever, 1860.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
I'm just speaking out my ass on that one. I wasn't there.
Because it was coal before that, like coal steam engines before that.
Yeah. What if we took my? Uh, have you seen the debunked inventions like nobody wanted? There's like the one where it's like, oh yeah, you want an engine, you want like a rail car engine, but you don't want to like buy a steam engine. Well, here's one that's just a treadmill and you can put your horse on it.
Oh, Aurora. Okay. She says hi to you, Devil Man. It's
Hello.
part-time. His name's part-time Devil Man.
The was the there's also have you I know it's just been memed to death for a while now. There's those blueprints for the uh, revolver mousetrap. Have you heard about this?
A revolver mousetrap. Like it shoots like little
Do
bullets.
you let me hear me out? Hear me out. Do you need a trap to kill mice, but you don't like how little property damage to your simple snapshot trap does? Patented in 1891, I think. It was super like late into the 1800s. It was just like a platform, the piece of cheese, like the whole like snapshot one, but it had a
Uh,
revolver aimed directly down at the mouse.
well, that's overkill, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, it's like right next to my new inventions, the cockroach claymore and the snail trebuchet. It's like what do I? And I mean claymore, like the plastic explosives, of course, because I love property damage. Could you
Oh
fucking
my god.
imagine though? Like 8 cockroaches hit it, and you just hear boom, 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 boom. That sounds like a fucking fireworks show in your kitchen.
God, stop.
It's not like the cops get called, they think it's a drug shootout.
Oh my God. The meth lab blew up.
Yeah, it's not a cockroach claymore. It's like the M60 that Rambo has in part 3 or whatever. Where he's like aiming at where he's like oh, I'm your worst nightmare. Oh, it's that one.
Uh, yeah. I think I definitely let the TV babysit you way too much growing up.
Yeah, no, I also it also created myself. I tell this one all the fucking time, and I love because like it was a few years back. I heard some crazy, just like it's someone that didn't think about what they like said, or they thought about it and then didn't even think about the repercussions of what could happen with that. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
So they were spitting off that the best way to keep guns out of student hands is to put it in teachers' hands, right?
Mm,
I'm
I
sure you can
remember
see
that.
what. And my statement was to essentially bully him.
Do your
And
homework.
yeah, I said, I put down the textbook and was like, yeah, you're right. The best way to keep guns out of children's hands is to put them in teacher hands. That's why I will not rest until every home economics teacher has a helicopter gun from Predator. It's like, it's like, no, that's not going to work. Sorry, gang.
All right.
I do think that maybe we also need like some police officers that are not scared to walk inside a school. I think that's the first step. Second step is definitely have like security. I know they probably can't do that because I don't know, funding and taxes doesn't really matter. But I think
A
having
lot of
like
them have built-in metal detectors in the doorways and stuff, which is
which
good.
is fine, which is fine. But it's like I still like Wilson. When I went to middle school, they had like an officer there, like a not a truancy officer, but they had like a on campus like security officer there. So I was like, if we just do that,
Obviously.
you know what I mean? Somebody that can like call the police and then defend kids if they need it, right?
Or
Someone
like,
get a
oh my God, like your 7-year-old nephew that has to have a clear backpack everywhere he goes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's gonna pull out the knife and just like swing it around, like do the weird flip flop hand tricks, like you see in those fucking. Oh my god, sorry for the movie reference again, but like when that like in Indiana Jones where the guy was like swinging a scimitar around,
Right?
like the sword just behind his back and stuff.
I'm just cutting up some pizza.
Uh, good, that's
I'll
gonna
make a
that's an
slice
idea.
meatball.
I'll take. I'm gonna open a pizza, but I'm gonna hire a guy like a. You have to be of a certain. Okay, maybe I won't do that. But say a certain ethnic background. But I guess
Okay.
now that I think about it more, anybody could just grow a beard and look like a pirate, I guess. But it's like just like you like come and you get a pizza and someone slices it in front of you with like a giant ass scimitar. They do all the
Right?
tricks and shit. It's like a hibachi. Then
Hmm.
if someone tries to break in, you got 5 armed people with scimitars ready to defend your customers there. That sounds dumb, but it's like
With
have you seen the guy that went tried to rob the bank with like a Kentucky rifle, like a straight up like black powder musket? And they turned him away. They're like, no, dude, are you kidding me right now? What are you gonna do? Steal our money? You're gonna hop in your car there and pedal with your feet, Fred Flintstone? Get out of here, dude. What are you doing?
right?
I love
There
how
you go,
quickly he
man.
gave up. He pointed a fucking musket into somebody's face, and they were like, no, no,
Like
no, absolutely not. It's like, dang
get
it.
away
They knew. I tried to shoot someone at point blank. They knew I was going to miss anyway because it had smooth bore in it. They knew I wouldn't be able to hit them.
Yeah, like
Like
those
how did?
baseballs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Come
That's what
rolling
they.
out.
I fucking missed my shot at point blank with a
But
rifle.
but he tripped. But he tripped over the ball bearing that came out.
Yeah. Oh man, I
Then he hit
forgot.
his head.
Yeah,
Hit his head on the ground.
I
And
forgot.
these
Yeah, I forgot.
shoes. That's what would
I,
happen. He'd hit his
I
head on the
forgot.
ground,
Yeah.
knock himself out, and sue you.
You know what? What happened was that he wasn't wearing wooden shoes to keep the gun from recoiling because that's something they believed.
Oh my goodness.
It was like a good God-fearing American. I own a Kentucky rifle. I own a black powder muzzleloader for my defense. When an intruder comes in, I take my first shot and miss. Then I pull out one of my standalone black powder rifles and I fire and I miss. Then I take another rifle and I miss. Then I move on to the cannon mounted on the top of my stairs.
And I miss.
And I miss. Take out the neighbor's dog, but I still miss. Car
Guess
alarm
what?
falling up.
All those balls are rolling around on the floor, and then the
And then I
assailant trips over them.
and and then I use the bayonet and run them through like a good old American. I don my powder wig. I was just about to say, like, I was like, I wonder what would happen if I just dressed up like a colonial. I think exactly what I just said earlier about Fred Flintstone. I think somebody would pull over and go, "Hey, nice fucking wig, you freak!" and just like drive away. Oh,
Nice.
okay.
You little ruffled shirt.
Yeah, I have like a weird pirate shirt. That fucking oh shit, what's the not?
I made it Johnny Depp's closet.
Yeah. The one's not it's not covered in shit and blood and shit. You know what I mean?
God. Oh my God. Slingshot. Gonna go all David and Goliath, all right?
Oh, the old sling. That's the weirdest. So back in that day, if you like, have you seen videos of actually people using the sling? Because it's like a highly technical skill to use it. Because that was like a hunting weapon, and it was made to like it has the same power in like force as like one of those like the cattle guns they use like put down cattle and stuff. So if you
Well,
can
it's not
aim it
like the
correctly,
slingshot. It's not like the rubber slingshot you had as a kid.
no. The sling is like because it
Yeah,
uses momentum and
it was a
such.
yeah, it was a like a leather strap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It
The
like
same ones.
swung
They have
around.
to say it has the same amount of power. Like it has the same thing because they used to like take out beasts with it and stuff like that. Or
Hmm.
not even beasts. It was also used as defense because he was David in that story was
Hmm.
also a shepherd, right? And you have to protect your flock. So he
Hmm.
used stones and a sling, right?
Uh
Because
huh.
it would kill wolves in basically one hit. So what you're essentially doing is having your big old man who probably has a lot of bone diseases and fucking heart issues go up against a man with a gun of the day, essentially.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's like, and what's the moral of that story? Like? It's like don't underestimate your opponents if they have a gun. Like,
Don't underestimate your opponent if they're smaller than you. The bigger they come, the harder they fall.
yeah, I
You know?
guess. Guess I'll think about that. If I'm a big man, I won't pick on a midget anymore because they might have a gun. I'll think about that. They might have a weapon that could stop me. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point.
Well, look at your dad. He's tiny. I mean,
Also,
you
didn't
wouldn't
Dave?
protect him.
Also, I'm saying it's super loud, so it might sound like David. I'm talking shit about him. Uh, I'm pretty sure like later on in life, fucking David was watching the woman bathe and like try to hit on her. And she goes, "Actually, my husband's in your army," and he gets her husband killed and then marries her. Like that's a plot. And then it was like I don't know. That's it's super weird, but that's like I was like, what are you gonna do? Like that's also to be fair, I think he deserves something because fucking King Saul or whoever was before him really had it out for him because he was trying to get him killed, if you remember correctly. So King Saul was trying
Yeah.
to get David killed. That's why he makes him fight Goliath. You know, it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna get killed. There's no fucking way we can kill Goliath with our army, right? But this kid is gonna get killed because I'm not getting replaced by some guy that's supposedly some invisible man in the sky says should replace me. So like when I was hearing about that story originally, I also remember King Saul kind of was okay with David for a little bit, and then somebody, oh no, it was after this because he was like, okay, you know what? Because it's gonna be weird if you go tell like a kid, especially that day, to go, hey, I need you to go and fight off like 1,000 people, right, or whatever, and so he needs to make it public and basically go, okay, so David, I have a mission for you. I need you to go kill 10,000 of our enemies, right? And if you do so, I will I'll give you the hand of my daughter in marriage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So and then like to prove that you didn't just like dig up graves or something like that, right? Because the Lord's people are which Saul was technically the ruler of, uh, had a sort of ritual for cleanliness, right? So it's like, I want you to bring back 10,000 foreskins to confirm that you did this. Okay, all right,
Oh my God.
because they did because circumcision was only for those people, right?
Yes.
Judea and
So,
such.
so I mean, if that happened nowadays, you just hang out outside, yeah, a brisk. Just
It's
go
like,
to every brisk in New York City,
yeah, yeah, you won, you got it. The
hang out in the
did
hospital
you
where
did,
they're doing it. Yeah.
and he did it. He did it with it. He's like, I'll give you 3 days to do it. And he comes back like in one day or something like that, according to the legend or whatever. And then like afterwards, Saul is in like the temple or whatever, right? He's just like walking around, and then he hears like the criers go, uh, "Saul has killed his thousands, but uh, yeah, Saul kills his thousands, and then David kills his 10,000s or whatever." And I was like, dude, if I was Saul, I'd be so fucking pissed at that. I really would. I'd be like, I'd grab my spear immediately, which he does. Also, did you hear about like the underground uh for lack of a better term Jew holes they had in New York like a year back or whatever? That's how everybody described it to me, and I was like, can we not? Because they had like holes underneath synagogues and stuff like that for like emergency escapes, maybe. You know what I mean? It was like a, but like everybody kept on calling it Jew holes, and I was like, can we not refer to it as a Jew hole, please? Also, I think my earbuds died, so I'm gonna stay here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get off. I was just muted.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know what.
I was on mute. I was on
Yeah, I
mute and I
saw.
didn't
Yeah, I was
realize
like,
it.
what's?
You're like, what the hell? My earbud fell out and I was on mute. I was
No,
like,
my earbuds died, and that's why I was like
I can hear
sitting
you
there for
just
a
fine.
second.
I'm always
I think one of
buying
them.
and selling. It's okay, man. We can end this here in a few minutes because it's almost. I've almost been on for 2 hours,
Yeah, yeah.
and I've got all that garden work to do tomorrow.
And
Yay!
I got stuff to do right now too. I gotta hop in and say hi to everybody on the other
On your
uh
VR
things we're doing.
chat,
We're watching. I can't remember what we're watching. We're watching something today. I just can't remember what it is.
watching
And now
horror movies.
that's gonna be in like 5 minutes. So
Oh,
they're
I'll let you
messaging me,
go.
making
So
sure I'm gonna be on. So I'm just gonna.
you go
Yeah,
ahead
if
and
you want to
go
wrap
then.
this up, you can. Like
Yeah,
you know
go.
your deal, right?
Yeah. I'm not quite senile yet, but I'm sure you'll tell me when I am.
No, that's what I'm saying. You know how to like do your sign offs and stuff. I'm sure you've done it like a
Yeah,
billion times.
it's okay, son. Thanks for popping by. It's been fun.
Yeah, right. Right. If we need like it next time I'll come on, I'll probably have more concise stuff to talk on instead of just being like rambling about random stuff.
Yeah, but this is
Because
how we
usually when
talk
I
a lot.
pop in for like streams, I like to do like I like to research what I'm going to be talking about rather than just like winging it. Like come
Right?
prepared. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe we'll like do a topic or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually I do, but I just didn't feel like doing a topic
Well,
this
yeah,
week
yeah. It's like it was like
because I did like last week I did the the Axe House, the Villisca Axe Murder House,
oh
and the week before that I did Anton LaVey, and a lot of people didn't know who the hell Anton LaVey was.
right. So about like the axe murder stuff, like that I someone had like a really and they clearly they did not believe in like the supernatural stuff or like the ghost or anything
Hmm.
like that. Like they're not
Yeah,
like a believer in that. But the way that they were talking about how like there's always like a dark, heavy feeling in that house, right?
yeah,
And
there
he
is.
was like, that's probably because like children were murdered in this house and you subconsciously think that. I was like, no, I think
Well,
there's
I think
probably
well, there's a scar in anything when you have that much
there's definitely
trauma.
like inherent evil. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. No, just send me a message. I'm gonna leave now. I was like,
Okay,
yeah,
talk
no,
to you later.
again, message me and I'll hop onto another one.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll see you
otherwise, yeah,
later.
yeah, that's pretty much it. See you.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you too.
Just there we go. He's so funny. I love that boy. Uh, yeah, he's always got something to say. That's for sure. Yeah, I I gotta get back into my topics. Yeah, he's a good kid, Mark. I knew it was like, oh, Mark, you just want to hang out with him. You just want to hang out with Devil Man. Yeah, he used to come on and talk a lot a couple of years ago. He used to be on my lives almost every night that I went live, but he hasn't been on with me since he moved out. Would be 2 years this next month. He moved out. Um, but he's fun. Yeah, he's fun to talk to. No, I'm getting Pokemon cards tomorrow now. No. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He was actually talking about Pokemon Go the other day. I was teasing him. Like I was picking him up from work and like giving him a ride to his house and I was laughing. It was like, was that when you had Pokemon Go? I didn't have Pokemon Go on that phone. It was this other phone. I'm like, okay. Your Pokemon Go wasn't out till this time. I'm like, okay, because he's very like dates and years like stick in his mind. He's really good with memorizing stuff like that. Oh yeah, he's fun. He is fun, Aurora. He's fun. He's like, I don't know. He's more talkative. Like he really takes after my side of the family. Like his dad's like, can't keep up with him. He's like, I cannot keep up with that kid. Like, so it's hard for him to keep up with Devilman. He's like, I don't know. Because did you understand? I'm like, I always understand him. Yeah, he's into all that. Was talking about going to the college campus and there being all these Pokemon Go spots on the college campus. But he was like, we had a 3 hour conversation just the other day, all about um, Paradise Lost and Dante's Inferno. Um, we've had conversations that were like 2 hours long about the Iliad, you know. Just yeah, yeah, Aura. That's he's my 25-year-old son. He's my 25-year-old son. I have adult children. I have a 32-year-old daughter, a 26-year-old daughter, a 25-year-old son, 17-year-old, and the negative be 16. Doing a raid probably. I'll buy new tickets. There you go. Yeah, yeah. He's 25. Well, he has his best friend and him share a place. So I love spending time with him, and the conversations that we have are just I don't know. It's just amazing. The conversations that I have with him. Um, conversations I have with Nugget are just amazing, and conversations that I have with my oldest daughter are just phenomenal. I mean, my other kids, we have good conversations too, but those three seem to really delve into topics and really get to the, interested in things. They're just freaking, they absorb knowledge like there's no other, man. They love talking about it. They're just, the thing is, I've raised them to like ask questions, search for knowledge, and all my kids are just, that's what they do. I got one daughter who, she's not on YouTube, but she has a channel over on Twitch. She's pretty got a good following over on Twitch. That's my 32-year-old daughter, or 31. I'm sorry, I'm making her older than she is. It's the ADHD and the autism, and I could say that because they say it all the time. Yeah, high energy. That kid, I tell you, Mark, it's like you invite him to dinner, and he's like eating dinner as he's walking back and forth pacing. He's always on the move, always on the move. Hey, I don't take credit. These kids, yeah, these kids do amazing. It just all I did is give them like the tools um they knew how to read before they even went to school. So my kids love to read. All of them love to read. So it's like when you hear him say, oh, I read this, I read that, he's always reading something. Like he'll get off right now and I'll watch a movie. with his friends, like online. They'll be watching a movie and he'll be reading at the same time he's watching a movie. He's always got, he multitasks. He's reading as he's watching something and or he's listening to music as he's reading something. That's how my kids are. They can't do one thing at a time. They usually are doing two or three things at the same time and still absorbing things. It's, I don't know. Oh, I'm seeing you. I see you. Yeah, can you imagine that? I mean, me, I'm one of those people I can lose concentration. Like, I'll be listening to something, somebody will do something over here, and I can lose the concentration. But these kids are like, they know what's going on there. Like, geez, I don't know if it's the generation or what, but it's amazing. It's amazing what kids are able to do and learn. Or anybody, I mean, I have to say that for anybody under 35, they have grown up in a different generation than anybody above that age, right? And I think it's amazing. Um, I don't go, oh, the millennials or, those Gen Zers. It's just they're dealing with a whole different set of things than my generation, Gen X, has. You know, it's being able to cope with all the things they did. Oh, you're only 20 minutes. Well, the thing is, it's like, don't take my word for it, kids. Look it up. The only thing I am strict about, or I was strict, is I raised them. It's like ask questions. Love has no, um, love has no. Love is colorblind. There's no love. I mean, my mom taught me that love has no gender and love has no color. So it's like, oh, that's what I taught my kids. He's a little shit sometimes, and he talks it. But he will also like he gets me good, man. Loopholes. I call him the loophole king. He used to loophole his way out of almost anything growing up. So I mean, there's no arguing with that one. He already said that. Yeah, well, learning is more fun. You know, you don't get wrapped up in the politics of everything. Everybody watches a train wreck, but do we want to be part of it, right? That's what I always say. It's sometimes fun to watch a train wreck, but there's only so many train wrecks you can have, you can watch where you're like, Don. Yeah, he is a trickster. He he would just practical jokes, you name it. And I shouldn't like. He was raised with four sisters. So I kind of, for like 8 years, he was the baby before his younger sisters were born. So it was like he had these two older sisters that were telling him what to do, when to do it, you know, and he really got, the short end of the stick. So I'd be like, no, no, leave him alone. He's the boy, don't pick on your brother. Yeah, yeah, you're happy with. I remember that. I remember the baseball cards and the spokes. Yeah, just, Aurora. I don't even engage. I don't even watch half the stuff anymore. I decide flip flop so much, girl. It's not worth wasting your time. And then you'll hear people screaming about each other, and it's some of the stuff goes back for years. You know, I'm just like who you like, hang out with who you want to hang out with. Um, yeah, just do your studies and yeah, don't get sucked into any of the, stuff. Just kind of be you. Um, but I'm going to cover a lot of things. Next month, I'm going to do a lot of mob stuff, mob stuff in November. Well, that's cool. I studied nursing. I studied nursing. Yep. You got to really be busting that AMP because, yeah, that AMP be kicking the butt. Microbiology is fun if you go for a registered nurse. That, um, yeah, once you're into the doing AMP, yeah, like we had to dissect a cat when I did it. hmm Um, I'm like 3 credits shy. 3 credits shy. I had so I had to drop out to take care of my family. So, um, no kidding. Oh boy. Yep. Anyway, I am going to tell you all good night and thank you all for coming. Hey, Captain Kangaroo, good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Just chilling like a villain here. I mean, we got plenty of villains out there, but we're just chilling, not being a villain, avoiding all the craziness. Enjoy. Yeah, I will sure try to have a happy birthday. Thank you. Um, but it's been good seeing you all. Um, I want everyone who's Canadian to have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving Monday. Happy Columbus Day to everybody who is American. Don't know if what's going on, what kind of holidays are going on everywhere else on Monday, but thanks, Captain. It's good to see you. I do catch a lot of your stuff on replay. Um, that's what I do. I watch a lot of replays anymore. Um, or I'll listen to them. I put them in earbuds in. No problem. You're always welcome. I open my doors and I welcome people. But I will probably have him on more because he wants to come on more. But he wants to talk about the topics that I've been going over. Um, but I'm just trying to decide what I want to do next. Because I don't want to do stuff that's overdone. Like come on, Vlad the Impaler. That's like everybody does that. You know, the Bloody Countess. Everybody does that. Maybe I'll find some other like historical things that have happened in October, like historical crimes. Maybe that's what we'll cover. But I shall get on it anyway. Thank you all for coming. Catch you on the flip side.